So a lot of people think you have to know someone at Spotify to be added on the playlist, and that couldn't be more than not true.
As you can see, recently I assisted to a Spotify Masterclass with the curators and editors of the almighty Spotify playlist. Ah, the dream of a producer. I honestly didn't really expect much, but they actually gave a lot of super useful information, so I couldn't keep that for myself and had to share with you. Without further ado, grab a pen and paper and let's get into the video. So first of all, let's understand how playlists really works. And I don't mean there is algorithmic playlist, user-generated playlist, and editorial playlist. We all know that, but we don't know how the editorial playlists really work. Basically, they reveal that once your song gets the attention of the editors, they are basically deciding to taking your song onto a journey by trying it out on different playlists. For example, if they put your song on Electro Mix, they are going to see and analyze how people react to your song. For this, they are using different metrics such as the skip rate, the save rate, the average listening time, and how many times the listener listened to your song. If they are not getting good results enough, then they won't move your song further. But if they do, they will move your song further, maybe to a bigger playlist, etc, etc, continue to move it if they are getting results every time. The Spotify playlists are basically organized as a pyramid, from their smallest to the biggest one being today's top hits. And they really insisted that all this mechanism is to help you grow your fan base and your audience by finding the right audience for your songs. Now, if an editor likes your song but it's not their style of their playlist, they will just message another editor and tell them about it. But still, they mention that the best way to do it is to use the tags, the genres, the mood really well when pitching your song on Spotify for artists. Also, they did mention that you absolutely can't pay for any guaranteed placement on playlists, so be aware of that and don't fall into some online traps. Now, let's get into the reason why you clicked this video. How to really pitch your song and how to make it stand out. And get ready, because I'm actually shocked at how much they revealed. First, they confirmed that you do need to pitch your song at least 7 days in advance to make sure that the editors have the time to get to it, because they do receive a lot of submissions every day. When writing your pitch, they said that if you know your audience and if you know the type of person that would like to listen to your song, it really helps them. You can also let them know which playlist would be a great fit for your song by letting them know the mood, the genre, or the time of day. All that helps them categorize your song and add it to the right playlist so that it performs well. Then they mentioned that your pitch stands out when you give some context or background on the artist, aka you. What you've been up to, where you're coming from, your story, etc, etc. Adding which famous or bigger artist supports you also seems to be a good idea. They also seem to enjoy when there is a few lines about the release and what it is about, why you wrote this song, your personal take on it. Another great thing to have is to mention what's happening outside of Spotify about the release. If you have a live coming up, an interview with a magazine, or a music video. And if you do have a music video or anything about the promotion of the song ready, one editor said that one time that's what made the pitch stand out for him. So if you do have one, include a link. Tagging your social medias in there also seems to be a great idea, because this way they can take a look at your profile and see what you've been doing. Yes, you heard me, so time to create content, guys. And finally, they also reminded us that when we are writing a pitch, we are actually talking to a human. So don't make it robotic, actually make sentences, add emotion, add a story, because you're talking to a human. Now I'm gonna be honest, considering we have only 500 characters in the pitch, good luck to fit all that. Finally, they also gave a few general artist advice to grow your fan base, with the first one being consistency. They really insisted on that, and they mentioned that they do look back at your profile and your catalog of songs when considering your song for a playlist. So basically, don't release one song a year, show them that you are serious and want to invest in your music career. If you need a music distributor to release your songs, I really recommend DistroKid. It's the one I use myself and I love it. I find it's the most flexible and cheapest out there, so if you are interested, there is a link for you to grab 7% off in the description. Second, they said that marketing and social media is key to engage with your audience and fan base. Encourage people to follow you on Spotify by giving them a reason to, not just a cold follow me on Spotify. Use social media content, do live streams, curate playlists, create merch, basically anything that can engage with your audience in between your releases. And finally, they also recommend to create your own playlist and adding the song that inspires you to make music, to show off your brand and your personality. Now, I'm not really sure, but I think they mentioned that subscribing to this channel is a great way to learn, grow your production skills, and stay motivated every day. And if you don't know where to start to grow your fan base, you can watch this video next, but in the meantime, keep learning and I'll see you in the next one.